Well, welcome. This is my first trial run of this on the way to Edinburgh Airport. Little trip. 3 nights, 4 days in Tunisia. Getting the bathroom done this week, so just decided, screw it. May as well just go on a wee trip. So this is my first sort of time doing this, so I'm going to try my best to get as much as I can, and then hopefully edit it together to look respectable enough to post. So I'll try and get as much footage as I can, but head into the airport now, get some scran, get a wee pint. Bosh! So here we are, first proper day here. I did get in last night, probably about back at 9 I got to the hotel or something like that, so it was about back 8, 9ish, so just went and got some food and stuff and then checked into the room and just had an early night. But yeah, the room's lovely, so unpacked all my shit. But yeah, as you come in, you've got the toilet there at the left. It's just a standard toilet as you'd expect. Decent sized bed, couch and TV, but then I think the star attraction is the view. So it is a pool view, but I think when the weather's nice, like it is this morning, it's a lovely view. And just down there as well is the walk to the beach. So yeah, this hotel also has a private beach, which I believe is about 15-20 minute walk down there. If I was here for a bit longer, I'd maybe go a bit more exploring, but this is more of a relaxation piece. So yeah, I've just been doing for breakfast. Alright, there's sort of standard stuff, pastries and some sausages and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it wasn't anything to write home about, I suppose, but it was nice, and it's all included in the price, so you can't really complain at that. At the end of this, I'll go over sort of how much I paid, what my overall views were of the place. But yeah, just going to chill out for a bit now. Indoor pool doesn't open till 9, so I'll probably go for a swim at some point, and then when it gets hotter towards the afternoon, I'm just going to enjoy the lovely weather out there. But yeah, that's me for a bit. I don't know how much I'm going to record during the day, depending on what I'm up to and where I am. If I go out a wander, I probably will try and get some PCs, but yeah. Well, I thought I'd do another check-in. It's roughly 17 degrees here, just past 1ish. Kind of the much about the hotel, had a wee look. Just been sitting outside really, enjoying the nice weather. It is only 17, but it's windy, but it's still pretty warm. Like, did go in the pool earlier, but it's absolutely freezing. Yeah, so that's the pool there. One thing I will say though, it is absolutely Baltic, like to the point I'd done one lap of the pool and was like, nah, that's me. Like, so I kind of went back up and got a shower, changed my shorts and stuff, hung my shorts out, and then just came back out poolside. Went to the bar and got a little bottle of Celtia, I think is how you pronounce it. There's 8 of their currency, which works out roughly, I think, about £3, just under £3 a bottle, so can't really complain at that. But yeah, it's a chilled one today, just relaxing, enjoy the sun. Oh, just in case it is busy and I didn't get much footage, just decided, been lying about the pool since 12ish, it's now coming up for 2 o'clock, so good 2 hours, went for a swim. It's bloody freezing as I said earlier, but yeah, went for a swim, sat out in the sun for a bit. It's quite warm just sitting in the sun, and I was having a wee quick look at maps. There's waterfront just not far from my hotel, and there's also a bar called the English Bar, so I'm just going to have a wander down, I think. As I say, I might not film much because I'm not really used to this filming in public stuff, so I'm kind of filming if and when I can, or if and when I'm confident enough to film. Even then, I'm just going to have a walk down to the waterfront, see sort of what's down there. Currency exchange is mad. You get 3.4 of their currency for £1, so I just worked through it. I just went and got a bottle of their local beer at the bar at the hotel, and it worked out like £2.30 or something, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna, as I say, I'll have a wee wander down there, see what's up. Definitely got to put some suntan cream on though, because this Scottish body is not used to this. Even though it's only 18 degrees and the wind's there, it's still pretty warm. But yeah, I'll see what I can get filmed while I'm doing there. Well, that's unfortunate. That was the quickest walk I think I've ever been on in my life. I literally got out the hotel, crossed the road, walking around the corner towards the beach. The first guy grabs me, says to me, "How much your tattoos? I really like them." So I was telling him about the tattoo shop I get done in Edinburgh. And then he's like to me, "You want to take gifts home? You want to take gifts home?" I was like, "No, I'm fine." He's like, "I've got a band on for the hotel." He was like, "People see your band, they tell you they work for a hotel and try and take stuff." I was like, "Ah, yeah, that's fine." So he asked me my room number, so that straight away I was like, "Nah, it's fine, I'm leaving soon." "Oh no, you take it." So he starts handing me a wallet, a necklace, and I was like, "No." So he started at 200 dinner, which is, well, it's 3.3 to every one. So originally he wanted like 100 and odd quid, maybe something like that, if my maths serves me right. So I was like, nah, I've not got enough. Managed to bring it straight down to 100, which again, I've not got enough, I'll leave in a few days. Like I lied to him and said I'll leave tomorrow. And he's like, "I do it for 50. I do it for 50 for you, or 70. I do it for 70 for you." And I was like, "No, it's fine. Like I've not got cash on me. I'll need to come back." I'm just trying to feed family. I was like, which is fair enough. I totally get that. Everyone's got a job. Everyone's got a family to feed and stuff. But I then says to him, "No, I need to go to cash line, so I need to come back." He's like, "Okay, you come back. You come back." Literally no more than 2 meters along the road. Next guy comes out. "Hi friend. Hi. How are you?" that other guy trying to get you to buy stuff. I was like, yeah, but I'm not buying anything. Oh, well, you come in here, you smoke, I get you cigarettes, I get you cigarettes, £15. I was like to him, nah, it's fine. So literally 5 minutes on the road is the beachfront. So I'm walking along to the beachfront, and there's two guys standing on having a look over the beach. They go back to their car and they're just staring at me. I was like, cool. And then this other guy comes over. Oh, you stay at TMK Hotel? I chef there. I got a car, I take you to Cashline. I was like, no. He's like, no, I work hotel, come on. Nope. Okay then, I own shop over there. So you can clearly tell what he was wanting to take me to Cashline to get money with me and then get me to buy something or rob me. So I was like, yeah, nah, that's enough for me. Just a wee Wednesday check-in. As you can see, I caught a bit of sun yesterday. Yesterday there wasn't really much filming. I done some filming when I came back from my walk about the whole situation, but weather was lovely yesterday, so I just kind of chilled by the pool and that. Whereas the day, there's not really going to be much to show you, to be quite honest with you, because it is about 17-18 degrees now, but it's severely overcast. As you can see, it's like 17-18, but just consistent clouds. So the sun's not even appeared at any point. So yeah, it's just going to be a chilled one of the day, to be quite honest with you. Went out for breakfast this morning, came back for a little nap. I think I'm just going to chill a bit today, maybe go down, grab some water, some beers or whatever, and then just sit on the balcony and enjoy the small bit of heat we're getting. And just have a chill out, because obviously the morning I fly home. Only issue I've got with that is my flight's not till like, I don't know, 7-8 o'clock the time here, and my check out the hotel's 11, so I'm going to be at the airport for, I think my taxi picks me up 12, so I'm going to be at the airport for a good 6-7 hours maybe, something like that. So I'll try and get some footage. I'll do some footage the morning before I pack my shit and that, and then I'll try and get stuff in the airport depending on how busy it is, because they were pretty strict in the airport in terms of once I went through passport control they scan your bags again, so they're pretty strict in the airport. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film or anything at the airport, but yeah, I'm not going to. Little Wednesday early evening, late afternoon update. Pretty much just chilled about the room today, didn't really leave the balcony, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't. I was hoping the sun would come out so then I could go and sit aside, but well, it is currently wind, rain. Has been like that for the past 2 hours or so, hour and a bit. It just started raining, really windy, skies completely overcast and grey. So yeah, this is me for pretty much my last full day here. There's not really much to do about the hotel. There is an indoor pool, but it's kind of small. I did go and have a look at it this morning after breakfast, but I'd be in there for about 20 minutes and then get bored. So, and the only other thing in the hotel really that's open is the bar, but again, didn't really want to just sit in the bar all day, to be quite honest with you. So this whole point of this holiday was chill out and relax, so just chilled out today, sat on the balcony. It's a bit windy and a bit of a breeze, but it's still not as cold as it is back home, so I didn't really mind it. But yeah, I'm just chilling out, watching some stuff on my phone, and then I'll go down for dinner later on. Probably not going to bother having anything for the bar tonight. I'll probably just try and get an early night, because I want to get up earlier tomorrow, have a decent sized breakfast, because my flight isn't till like back at 6-7ish I think. I can't really remember, but I'm going to have decent sized breakfast and then come up, pack my bag and stuff, get all my stuff together. Taxi's booked for 12 to the airport. It's quite a small airport. My EasyJet app says that I can't download my boarding pass because of the airport, so I need to go to the desk at the airport to actually get a physical boarding pass. So that's not filling me with much confidence in terms of there's being stuff to do round about the airport while I'm there tomorrow, and I do have quite a long time there tomorrow, so we'll see. I've still got, I think, about 95 of their currency left, so I'm not going to bother converting it at the hotel. I'll probably just take it with me to the airport, and then hopefully there's sort of places to eat or shops or something. I'll just use the rest of it. There's only about 20 quid's worth or something left, so maybe under that. So hopefully just get myself something to eat, hopefully, which will pass a bit of time, and then shouldn't really need anything until I get home. I didn't land in Edinburgh till about, I think we were due to land in Edinburgh about 11:15, but we were 25 minutes early landing here. Good evening. It is local time about 9:30 maybe on the Wednesday night, so went down for dinner and stuff. Pretty decent dinner of the night. Some meatball stuff with some rice. They were like spring rolls but had potato and stuff in them, so were pretty nice. And the usual wee cakes I spoke about the other night, they're still there, so it's pretty good. This is just a check-in because the weather has took a horrendous turn. Like, it is absolutely lashing it down, so I'm hoping you'll be able to see the dark, but yeah, it's fucking leathering it in it there, and it has been since, I think I went down for dinner about 6:30. So from 6:30, and it's now 4 minutes past 9, and it has been leathering it down the whole time. So it's meant to clear up in the next 2 hours, so I'm hoping it's not too bad, because my taxi driver bringing me from the airport to the hotel on Monday told me that the rain they had last week was the worst I've ever seen. There was people riding down the roads on boats. Well, it is the final morning. Been up, had breakfast, showered and all that sort of shit. Bag is pretty much packed. Just charging a few last essentials. And then my taxi's booked for 12. I think my check is 11, so I've got about an hour or so to kind of sit at the hotel. And then taxi's booked at 12. As I say, my flight's not till like 7 o'clock tonight, so I've got quite a while to wait at the airport. But there's nothing I can really do about that. Checkout's at 11, so there was no really any point in booking the taxi any later than 12. Purely for the fact that, what am I going to do? So yeah, just meant about the airport. Still got some dinner left, so I'll see if there's anything at the airport I can buy with my, I think I've got 95 dinner or something left, so it's equivalent to about 20 quid, so I'll see if I can get anything for 20 quid at the airport. It's worthwhile taking home. Apart from that, that's really going to be it for this trip. As I say, I'm going to try and vlog a bit at the airport, because I've got a lot of time to kill, so I'll just kind of wander about. I'm not planning on going through like security and stuff straight away, because then that limits me to where I can go and if I can go outside and stuff. So I'll maybe just have a wander about the outside of the airport and stuff for an hour or so, and then yeah, I'll catch up with you there. Well, we are currently in the airport. Bit weird, obviously here hella early, so taxi driver drops me off and goes, "I'll just go through that door and in there." It's like, perfect. So walking towards it, and there's 3 boys standing outside going, "Taxi, taxi," and I was like, "No, I'm flying, I'm leaving." He's like, "Yes, Edinburgh, that not for a while." So I'm like, how does he kind of go to Edinburgh? He's like, "That's not for a while, I can take you taxi into close town, only 20 kilometres, it's a lovely shopping mall, I take you, only 20 pounds, I take you." I was like, "No, you're fine mate, I'm just going to hang about here." And then his other two mates come over, come on, like, you have while to wait, you have while to wait. You should come with us. We take you to shopping centre, £20 only, we wait for you, then take you back airport and plenty of time for a flight. So I'm like, nah, it's fine, mate. So I'm like, strange one. Then they've got bag scanners as you come in the door of the airport, so wax my bag on that and supply the scanner, and it's like, Edinburgh flight, yeah? And I'm like, aye. Bit weird, but aye. So scans my bag and that, he's like, aye, departure's upstairs. It's like, perfect, cheers mate. So it walks up the stair, place is dead, like I'm along the far side, like there's still up that way, there is still like another 20 odd desks maybe for checking in and stuff, and there's like maybe 10 people in the airport, and I was like, massive airport, how's there only 10 people? Then I looked at the board, everyone knew I was going to Edinburgh because Edinburgh's the only flight that's leaving from now for the rest of the night. So yeah, me getting pure para thinking, how the hell do they care where I'm going? Aye, turns out Edinburgh's the only flight that's leaving. So yeah, there wasn't really much there around about the hotel, so I kind of had to come to the airport, and not really fancying paying 20 quid to go to a shopping mall that's about 40 minutes away just to buy nothing and then come back. So yeah, just gotta mince about, headphones on, watch a bit of stuff on my phone. Update, still in the airport. Got another hour or so until the desk opens so I can actually get my boarding pass and get through passport security and stuff. There's meant to be a pub on the other side, some sort of gastro pub or something it says, but we'll see, because there is two things open this side, which is a cafe and a small shop. To which I had a look at the cafe, £5.30 for a can of Red Bull. Yep, no thanks. So I ended up going to the wee shop. No prices on the shelves or that, so I was like, I'm fucking dehydrating. £2.50. Get it so far up me. Yeah, waiting on the check-in desk opening because this airport's so small. Can't do online boarding passes or that, so I need to wait on the desk opening to get my boarding pass to get through sort of security and stuff, and then hopefully that pub will be open because I could do something to eat if that.
One eternity later.
Well, that's me being home for well over a week now. Went straight back to work and stuff, so it took me a while to do this, and then I started editing it and changing stuff and deleted it all and re-edited it, so it took me a while to kind of film the outro video, but I think overall the trip was what I needed it for. Just relaxation piece really. I was only there for 2 technically full days, so there was no walking about and all that stuff. Like I went out for a walk, wasn't in the greatest of places to go for a walk, so that was kind of that. Hotel itself, really nice. Would definitely go back there again, but probably towards more peak season. Pool was freezing, there was nobody like touristy wise there, but I suppose that's the time of year, so that's on me. But again, the holiday was what you make of it, a relaxation piece. Cost wise, that's why I can't really complain. I got the flights for £77 return from Edinburgh, and the hotel itself was £125 for 3 nights, and that's full board as well, so you get dinner and breakfast included. Wasn't an amazing selection dinner and breakfast wise, but it done the job. Like breakfast you had enough to do you to dinner, dinner had enough to do you to breakfast. If you're open to opening up your palate and stuff, then it definitely will do you. Like there wasn't one night where I was like, there's nothing I can eat. There's always something there, like for you to eat. Staff at the hotel, absolutely amazing. Couldn't have been nicer. Facilities at the hotel have got decent, fairly sized indoor pool. It's not massive, but I suppose if you go in season, you're not really want to be in an indoor pool. Outdoor pool is big, and they've also got a smaller like relaxation pool, outdoor, which they both seem to be cold, which I'm guessing for when you're there in season, that's kind of what you want realistically. But from when I was there, it was warm, but not warm enough to jump into what felt like a cold plunge. Area wise, yeah, there wasn't really, I feel like I was the only tourist round about that area, so when I went out a walk I got all that issues with people bothering me and like following me and stuff like that, so that's kind of to be expected. Flight wise, the flight was only, I think it was 3 hours 40 or something, but we were early there and back, so didn't feel like it at all. Airport I flew into was very small. I was the only flight leaving out on the Thursday, which again I had a bit of a hiccup at the airport. You're not allowed to take their currency out of the country, it's illegal. So I still had about 80 dinner, which I think worked out about 20 quid, roughly there or thereabouts. So the currency exchange desk was only open for about 2 hours. Now bear in mind there's nothing round about the airport, so I sat in the airport for about 5-6 hours. I got to the passport desk, gave him my passport and my boarding pass, and then he said, have you got any money? And I said, yeah, I'm going to use it when I go through. I was planning on getting something to eat, maybe a pint or something, see what's through there. So he was like, no, you need to exchange it. And I was like, well, your exchange desk shut about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, so how am I meant to exchange it? To which he replied to me, tough luck, give me your money. So he took my money off me. And then just after that, there was another checkpoint before you get your bag scanned and that. To which the boy there said to me, see your passport and that, fine, you got any money in you? I was like, a couple of coins that the boy told me to keep as souvenirs. Apart from that, he took my money, and he said to me, what do you mean he took your money? I was like, oh, the guy at the passport desk said I couldn't bring it through, so he just took it. Okay, you wait there. So then he hands my passport to the other boy, in which the other boy starts talking to me about, do I want security or police? To which at this point I'm very confused, so I'm like, I don't understand what you mean, mate. Like, he's like, do you want security or police for interrogation? And I was like, why do I need interrogation? Like, I've not got any money on me. He's took my money, it's fine, I just want to go. And he's like, no, you money tampering. And just starts laughing at me, and I was like, no, can I have my passport please, I want to go. And he just starts laughing at me and just threw my passport at me. So yeah, I think it's because it was a relatively small airport in the middle of nowhere, and I think there was only about 3-4 British people that I actually seen that was in that flight, so that may have been one of the reasons why they were a bit like that with me, but can't really complain. Got through, found a restaurant that was open. Again, it cost me about 20 odd quid for a burger, chips and a can of juice, which is what he'd taken off me, so yeah. But apart from that, flight left early, got home in Edinburgh, and then I was pretty much just straight home to my bed because we didn't land in Edinburgh till about 11, the back of 11. But yeah, overall, it was what I needed for the trip. Fairly enjoyed it. Hopefully start getting better at filming more, because I was still a bit conscious about taking the camera out and stuff, and then obviously I'm editing it myself, so we'll see how it turns out. But even if it turns out rubbish, I'm going to be honest, I'm still just going to keep at it because I've quite enjoyed doing it. Even if I wasn't the most confident, I've got quite a bit of enjoyment out of it, and I feel like the more I do it, the more I will be confident. So yeah, there'll definitely be a second vlog coming, I don't know when. Be dependent on work holidays and when I next get something booked up. But yeah, well, should see you in the next one, but I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.